So to calculate the equivalent units of production, we know that we need to calculate equivalent units of production for both direct materials as well as for conversion so that we can spread our costs over those units. So I'm going to make a column for direct materials and I'm going to make a column for conversion. And my calculation for the equivalent units of production, my formula is equal to my units transferred out. I'm going to say completed and transferred out, because if they're completed, then they're transferred. If they're transferred, then they're obviously completed. And that means they're going into the next department. And so if I look at the slide that gives me all of that information about beginning work in process inventory, production started during June, production completed during June, and then ending inventory, it tells me that my production completed in June is 5,400 units, which means I've completed them with direct materials, right? I've added all the direct materials that I need in that work in process account to finish them for that processing department. And I've also done the same thing for conversion, plus my equivalent units in ending WIP. So equivalent units. So how complete are these units in ending work in process? And that tells me they're equivalent whole units. So how much cost should I spread over these units? Well, it says there's 900 units left in ending work in process, but they're not completed. That's why they're an ending work in process. So according to the slide, it says materials were 60% complete. So I'm only going to count these units as 60% of 900, which is 540. And conversion costs on these 900 units were only 30% complete. So I'm not counting, I'm not going to spread cost over all 900 units because they're not whole. I have to add more cost in order to finish them. So I'm only going to count my ending work in process for conversion as 270 equivalent whole units. So I go down the column. 5,400 completed units for direct materials plus 540 equivalent units in ending work in process gives me equivalent units of production 5,940. For conversion, my completed units 5,400 plus my equivalent units in ending work in process 270 gives me equivalent units of production 5,670. And so these are the numbers that are going to go into the denominator of my cost